Going live. Okay. All right, man. So it looks like we're live. And let me get this link to you here.
Welcome, everybody.
We are on day 2 of the CNFTcon. It's Marco and myself today. We're going to be kicking it off for everybody, getting everybody hyped for another day full of CNFT awesomeness. Okay, Marco, I'm just going to paste this link for you here in the chat if you want to share that.
Sure can. Let's see here. Get that over to the team. Could I hit mute?
Okay, let's see here.
Let's see.
Don't know if we have anybody in the chat. Oh, we got a couple people. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Aste Legacy Gang Life. Let's go.
Woo woo.
All right. Yep. So guys, we're for anybody who is joining us early, welcome. It's myself and Marco today. We're going to be kicking off CNFTcon day 2. So we're just sharing this link around. If you guys are able to also help us by sharing this link, we'd really appreciate it. We're just going to wait for some people to join us and we'll get things started.
What a day yesterday was, man. It's like nonstop going, bouncing all over the place.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you, brother. Some of those panels were awesome, though. You know, we got a chance to see Alyssa and Trevor. There were so many cool projects I got to present. It was great. I enjoyed it.
There's a lot of cool information dropped too for the first time, like a lot of announcements of things that people are working on, next steps, all that kind of stuff. So I think we got a little bit of a demo I can play here. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll play that during this video too. Is a video from Armand from the Ronin Universe.
Okay.
In Cardano of their gameplay test. You know, and that was a lot of fun to show last night. We had a little bit of difficulties. The internet where he is really, really bad, and so. But we also had news from a whole bunch of other panels, so go back and check them out.
Sweet. Yep. We will definitely do that. Just turn into the chat here. We got a few people pouring in. So hello, everybody. Welcome. NFT update. Woot woot. Tudor. Hello. Crypto Nipsey says hi. How much rest did you get, Marco? Yeah, that's a good question. Marco, tell us, how much sleep did you get last night?
About 5 hours.
Okay.
I passed out around 2 o'clock. Woke up at 7. I had to have somebody basically call and wake me up. And then I'd sit there talking for like 10 minutes in nonsense. And then and so, yeah. I'm still getting there. Yeah. I'm waking up still, but we're good to go. I'm excited. Sweet. We're going to announce, I think we can tell everybody, right? We're going to announce the winner on the show for the CNFTcon Person of the Year.
Yes. So if you guys were here yesterday, you got a little bit of a hint there. So we are going to be announcing that special winner today. I'm looking forward to it. I kind of want to see everybody's reaction. So I'm going to do my best to hold my tongue, keep my mouth shut. I don't want to spoil the surprise. I'm really excited to announce the winner because I think this person is incredibly deserving of this award. And, you know, it goes without saying that he is somebody who has affected a lot of people in this community in a positive way. So, yeah, I'm excited.
And so, yeah, like I said, we'll also play a video from the Ronin Universe in Cardano. And just take some questions and get everybody. Today's schedule is jam-packed. Just to give everybody an update, we have Madden Art with Spaces, Crypto Nitties, the Buffy bot panel, my conversation continuing for Dukin. Never Engine, Sushi Bites, Blizz Effect, Cardano Buds, the Cardano Foundation, Beyond Rockets, and Unsig, all today. So
Quite the
I'm
lineup.
excited. Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to be, we pre-recorded a lot of those, so you're going to be seeing me quite a bit today. And luckily, a lot of those are up, so you can set are pre-recorded. So that was good.
Very nice.
So you know what? Let's start off with. Can you give me the screen share ability here?
Oh, yep. Got you right here. I guess you want to start with that pre-recorded video.
Yeah, let's start with that. Let me figure out where I stored it.
Okay, let me see here. So I'm going to.
So for those that you don't know, you can see the figures behind me. These are all from Armand and the Ronin Universe in Cardano. They were part of his one of one. I call that the one of one collection. So people like me, Fadouk, and Dean, and I'm not sure who else got a bunch of those. And they're crazy. That's the Buffy clan. And so people who've been buying a lot of the Ronin Universe stuff in Cardano will be able to use their characters, their NFTs in game, and like have battle royales and tournaments and all that kind of stuff they have going forward. They actually have they say a AAA game studio out of somewhere in Asia. I'm not quite sure. I remember exactly which country, but they and so let me pull up this video. And so what you're going to be seeing is a tech demo for the first time. Let me see here. All right. Let me put that over.
So Marco, with those figurines that you have, so for the Ronin universe, so like does each one I guess represent an NFT? So is it like you have a digital copy of this collectible and
yeah, they're special one-on-ones that were made in the same color. So yeah, they're one-on-ones that have the NFTs to match them.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's really cool, man.
All right, let me find where did the Zoom go?
So I did give you.
Sorry, I don't really use Zoom very much, so it's.
Oh, I hear that, brother. Yeah, I hear you. I gave you the host permissions. So it's just a matter of whenever you get it, just do the screen share. There you go.
All right, and so there we go.
Okay, while you do that, let me quickly turn to the chat here. I'm just going to say a quick hello. All right, let's see who we got in the chat. So who do you guys think is going to be the winner for that award? Let me know. What do you guys think? We got Gerardo today is going to be bomb. Yes. 4-5 Jeffs Legacy Club shout out. Yep. Legacy Club LFG. Let's go.
So hopefully people will be able to see it here.
All right, this is gonna be awesome.
Said, it's I'm trying to this out where like half of this stuff is. So there we go. There's a bit of a delay, I think. So are you able to see it, Pritesh?
Yep, I can see it on my end.
So yeah, you'll be able to see this is one of the Ronins that was released, the bear one. And in the demo, they're playing that where it's just running around. Again, this is just early demo.
That's so cool.
Just to test out what they can do and can't do. And they're going to be working, I think, with the Ludo token API as well. They're going to try to use that so that way they can import your NFT as the asset that you play with.
That is way too cool. That's awesome.
So yeah. So that's a first look, everybody. You got to see it last night. We did a panel and we had it at the very end of that demo, and So yeah.
Nice. So yeah, this is the Ronin Universe. So I actually did an interview with the guys at Ludo Token. We had Adam Dean on the channel. So it was really nice because we were planning it for a while. It's just a matter of actually having them come on the show, just coordinating everybody's schedule. Um, what Ludo Token is, it's pretty incredible to think about. So it's like you can actually have a way to be able to connect your wallet to a certain platform and use these NFTs as in-game items, or like we just saw with that, like playable characters.
Mhm.
So cool. So cool to see what you can do with that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like if you go back and check out the Crypto Nitties panel today, we're going to be talking a lot about some of that and how people with season 1 Nitties uh, and season 2 Nitties will be able to use them in game to access certain games. And the Ludo token basically, yeah, allows you to connect the two, your wallet to whatever game. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, Adam's out there getting a tattoo right now. I don't
I
know if
saw
you
that. Yeah.
seen it.
That
Yeah,
was so cool. He had like the little Buffy bot
pulling
um
up a crypties.
holding up the crypties. Yeah. It was great.
Uh, for those of you who don't know, Adam Dean is my partner in Buffy Bot. Um, I think we got enough people in chat, and we can go ahead and start talking about the award.
Sure. Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and share that there. Here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Again,
Ooh.
so this is it here. Are you seeing it?
Yes. Yes. I see that. Yeah. Let
Uh,
us know if you guys can see that in the chat.
so, because I can't tell if you can see which screen because it's not showing me.
Yeah. I do
So
see
the
the
winner,
award.
if you can see it on, there it is. It just popped up on the delay. So the winner, if you look in the middle of the screen, it says Smog. And for those of you who don't know who Smog is the creator behind Pool PM. And again, there's a lot of great deserving people out there this year who've done a lot of projects, done a lot of work in the space, and done a lot of stuff. But Pool PM connects us all, right? We all use it. We all share our wallets in Pool PM. He does it, he, isn't putting out products. Anytime you need help making sure that your NFT is going to display correctly on Pool PM, he's there to help all the devs. Like you can check out the Stellar Hood interview on Sunday. We talk about how Smog and him work together to make sure that the Stellar Hood stuff worked and displayed properly on Pool PM. And again, I felt like, people use the technology, people use Pool PM and didn't really know the person behind it. And so we're going to mint this out later this week and send it on to him. I don't even think he knows yet. He's on kind of a trip visiting family right now. And so this will be definitely a surprise. And I hope he's watching right now. So everybody on Twitter, reach out to Pool PM and congratulate, just start sending a tweet out to Pool PM and congratulate them for being CNFTcon Person of the Year award winner.
That's so cool. That's so cool. Really well deserved. Big congrats to Smog. We were talking about it the other day too, Marco, and without Pool.pm, I feel like the CNFT community wouldn't be where it is today. I mean, I use Pool.pm on a regular basis, in terms of being able to see these tokens. It's a real-time blockchain explorer. You can see when blocks are minted. You can get status updates on your stake pool. Really well deserved. So huge congrats to Smog. This is awesome.
and it's a thing, he works full time, he does this thing, and he makes himself available to all of the devs too. So like, I was talking to him, we're just chatting, and I was like, hey, it'd be a cool feature is to be able to download my wallet in a CVS file. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all together, like, and so he's working all the time to make it better, making improvements, making sure, like that we have a test platform. Like right now, when we can put in, he created something about a month ago that allows us to basically throw up the JSON metadata file and get a preview of what it'll look like on Pool PM in real time. So we can make adjustments and okay, make sure that this lines up and this lines up, and so that way when things get displayed in Pool PM, they look right. And the thumbnails he made when CNFT started to blow up, just a month in, he created the folder system and the viewing as well, so that you can see your stuff stacked in a folder, so that your main wallet wasn't so crowded. Like I said, there's a lot of things that was done. And so it's an honor to give this to him, and him be the first ever Golden Buffy Award winner.
Yay. Hey, very cool. That's exciting. All right, everybody. Well, go tag Smog. Go show some love for Pool.pm. I think celebrations are in order for this incredible award. So really, really cool to see that.
And like I said, it's not a knock on anybody else in the space. There was a lot of people that have contributed this year and want to celebrate them as well. And next year we'll have entire categories and all that kind of stuff. So.
Nice.
Yeah. And so, that's basically it. We're going to be, like I said, check out the panels today. Let me go over them one more time so that everybody goes. So we have Madden Art coming up after this at 9 Pacific time. So it'll go in this order: Madden Art, with Spaces, Crypto Nitties, the Buffy Bot panel, Fidukin, Never Engine, Sushi Bites, Blizz Effect, Cardano Buds, the Cardano Foundation chat, Beyond Rockets, and Unsegs. So, and then tomorrow we're going to be doing the kickoff show with Rick from Digital Fortress.
You guys won't get to see me in the morning. It'll be Rick. I'll get a little bit of a break.
But we will be seeing you later. I do have the Lovelace Saga panel at 11.
The Lovelace Saga.
So it'll be me interviewing you this time.
I love it.
And then we have the kickoff show same time tomorrow. Then we got Claymates at 9, Cardano Space, Lovelace Saga, Dead Pixel, NFT Maker Pro, Honorandax, Turbo Egan, and Stellarhood, Cardano caricatures, and then the after party. We're gonna have some DJs, some custom contest winner announcements. I think maybe even the fan art thing will be announced in as well. And there'll be live music, and it's just gonna be a celebration. And wrap up this year's con.
Yeah, I think for the online event, for the virtual kind of show that we've put together, big thank you to you as well, Marco. I mean, there's a lot of work that has gone on under the hood. So, this is going to be a fun event. And I'm looking forward to what we were talking about yesterday, is just like when this is going to be in person. I mean, just to think about the collaboration that's going to happen. I think back to when we were back in Wyoming. Mm-hmm. Man, I tell you what, being there in person versus the online event was like, I'm sure it was night and day. So I think we're going to have something very similar with the CNFTcon next year. Looking forward to it. I think there's going to be a lot of people showing up.
A special shout out to Trevor and Alyssa from Never Engine and Digital Mortal. They've been a lot of help in helping me organize the panels, keeping in contact with people, and getting things up in the schedule. And Nick from Sushi Bites, and he's been great with helping us with marketing and tweeting. And we've got Meepo, doing all of the graphics, and helping get artwork together for the airdrops, and Tyler with Spaces hosting some panels this weekend like a boss. And it's just been a lot of fun. And a shout out to you for helping with the kickoff show. I mean, it's and like I said, being in person and just hanging out, there's nothing like it. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
just gonna be to relax, man. And I can't wait for the meetups. I've been talking with a lot of these creators who are gonna have like real world stuff tied to NFTs on the show floor, so you'll be able to pick up like some Sushi Bites plushies, maybe some the Cardano Ronin actual figurines and stuff like that in person tied to NFTs. And they've already started talking about, because it takes a while to manufacture some of this stuff in kind of bulk in person. So they're already starting plans for the exclusives live at the show next year and stuff like that. So it's going to be a pretty crazy time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I was on the phone with the convention center yesterday, even, scouting out places and locations for the show. So,
Yep. Very cool. Well, nice. So Marco, as far as sharing some ideas and topics for today's kickoff show, I know that you had some material prepared for us. I guess, do we have another pre-recorded video, or is that coming a little bit later?
I don't. I was just going to show the tech demo.
Okay. That's totally cool, because what I wanted to talk about actually was just some things happening within the CNFT space. I feel like that would be a great way for us to kind of recollect and see it, like where we've come from, where we are now, and where we're heading. One thing that I found was really cool is that we've got a lot of these like literally rock stars coming into the Cardano community now. We saw Gene Simmons a while back.
Mm-hmm.
He had purchased ADA. So he was one of the band members for Kiss. And then we see, I think it's like Joel Madden, right? Good Charlotte.
Right.
So they're doing a collab with Claymates. They're like literally rock stars, right? So
Well, we
I
had
think,
on the NFT update show, and the Lords of Acid founder, who's also the godfather basically of house and techno. He, one of the things that I didn't even know he did was he actually wrote and did the soundtrack for the Mortal Kombat video game, which everybody
whoa,
who knows that soundtrack, right?
yeah, that's
Like,
that's iconic.
and so, Lords of Acid and KMFDM, for like the are iconic groups, especially like in the electronic house space, going on almost 30 years now.
Yeah,
And so both of them are also in the space. And so it's only the beginning.
it's incredible, man. I'm just so excited about it. When these prominent people start coming in, they start building and sharing their creations.
Mhm.
It's just going to be a huge, I guess you could say it's like a huge marketing ploy for other people who follow these guys before they even started with this NFT stuff. They're just all gonna flood right in, just like, hey, how can I get a piece of that?
And who's to say that some of these people aren't going to be performing live at CNFTcon next year or holding up an event?
I know, right? That would be super cool.
So yeah,
All right,
it's
let's see here. Hey, guys, we just want to quickly turn to the chat. If you guys have any questions on what you'd like to talk about today, we would love to hear from you. We've got a couple people asking about Pavia. We can definitely talk about that. Pavia is actually kind of like this metaverse concept that we see on Cardano. So I think it's really cool. You have something like digital real estate. We actually had an example of that. Perfect example is Cardano Spaces. Cardano Spaces kind of made it so that you have this kind of like a canvas, and you can use any type of artwork that you like to have posted on this canvas, depending on what coordinates that you hold. So I like that idea, but I think Pavia is kind of going one step further with it. I don't know exactly how they're going to make it work, I guess. So like you would have a piece of land, and then you could probably build on top of that. But
I think
I
it's
think the idea
similar
is really
to,
cool.
yeah, to Decentraland. I
Oh,
think
okay.
also I didn't get a chance to watch it, but it's on my list to check out. But Cardania, I think, is also doing something similar, and they released their a bunch of information during the panel yesterday, and they then released that artwork and stuff of what it'll look like on the outside. It's like a giant sea space station in space with, like, stuff in where you can get real estate and all that kind of stuff as well.
Oh,
So there's going to be some competing ones for sure for the Cardano space. And what's cool too is Vince and his team. And I apologize because I say Vince and his team because I've only met Vince. I don't know the rest of the team. But I know that they're doing Worlds Within Worlds, is kind of like a VR link. And I think their main goal is to create a bridge between different metaverses so that you can, travel between one and another. Because what a lot of, because like in video games right now, when you go, like, say, Pavia or Decentraland, you walk from place to place. But in reality, what NFTs can become is almost like a phone book, right?
yeah.
So you have basically the NFT becomes like a map, and it transports you directly to an area in Pavia or an area in Decentraland or an area in um, uh, Cardania. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Yeah, I'm just posting in the chat. I need to get some Cardania now.
Yeah.
This NFT FOMO, man.
It's one of those things. Yeah, because I mean, I ended up with like 150, I think, uh, uh, Pavia ones as well,
Wow.
coordinates, and so I mean, I just bought them to them. I think because I think the price was pretty good, to start off with. So for at least investing in and checking out, and I was one of the early people in Cardano Spaces as well. We actually have two 10 by 10 grids
Two 10 by
and
10s.
a 3 by 3 grid, and
Jeez.
that's just us. I think Adam has another thing, so you can see there's the CNFTcons up on there right now.
That's so cool. Yeah, so we got a Cardano Spaces whale over here too. That's nice.
So yeah, it's an exciting time to see where all of this takes us. And again, that's what I love about the CNFTcon so far, because one of the best things that I enjoyed recording a lot of these panels and talking to a lot of these projects is we interviewed them all like before their projects released on NFT Update, right? And so to go back and see how far their projects have come in the last 4 months and since they dropped, has been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
For those that you don't know, I've been hosting since April a show called NFT Update. And if you go back or since May, since May, and check it out. And so look for some of your favorite projects and see them where they started out and to where they are compared to the panels now. And it'll be a lot of fun. Like the Fiducian panel, that was one of our most popular panels. And this was before like the Fiducian and the Fiducian 100. Like we did the first promo card of Fiducian by Muses artist Josh Howard. Did a really cool Fiducian promo card that was limited to 258. And then after that, about a couple weeks later, they released the Fiducian 3D that kind of blew up, and the Faha 100. So yeah, go check that out.
Sweet.
Cross chain, yeah. That's the thing too, and I think one of the Worlds Within Worlds crew, Vince and them, I think they also want to make the NFT like the Decentraland stuff, so that you can hop to Decentraland, to hop to Pavia, hop to Cardania. Like, we don't just like how we have websites, right? this digital land, you can just basically go from one place to another. You don't need to like walk, like the old MMORPGs, you don't have to physically walk from one place to another. If it's allowed, like I said, it depends, I guess, the technology, if you have to enter the system through a portal or, that or that, but hopefully you'll be able to like fly or transport directly to a set of coordinates.
Yeah, that's actually an interesting concept. I think the gamification of what's possible for these NFTs. I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it all. Um, I think that's a pretty cool
Well,
concept.
think of if you want to talk a little bit about that, think about GameStop, right? How they were about to go bankrupt, and then everybody jumped in and did the whole short squeeze thing and blew that up. And what they're going to be doing is going to be basically working, I think, with people to use NFTs for game keys, basically. So you basically, and this, I'm assuming that this is what they're doing. If I was them and I had the kind of bankroll that they do, I'd be making sure that like NFTs start getting created as like access to play the game. So like if I go to load up a game, I have to have the NFT in my wallet for it to play, right? And then I can play the game, do whatever I want, and then I can send it to you and be like, hey, and I send you the NFT or sell it to you or whatever, and you get to play it, and you can put royalties into them, and all that kind of stuff. And so yeah, you can use NFTs as a way to as a way of letting people uh, access a game, and you can't, and it's like perfect copyright protection because you can't duplicate the NFT.
Exactly. Yeah, that's one thing that I'm thinking about also is it's going to be interesting to see how DeFi ties into the NFT scene as well. I did hear from somebody, and I can't remember off the top of my head, that it's going to be possible to use your NFTs as some form of collateral in things like DeFi. So, like, let's say you own a token, right? It's got some utility in a game or a platform, or maybe it just has some type of, I guess, market value based on other tokens that are similar. And you'll be able to, I guess, lock it up in a smart contract. And instead of selling it, if you needed the liquidity, you would be able to borrow against it. So things like that, I feel as if, we're so early within the NFT scene, because once you start bringing these things like with what we saw with Ludo token, you got gamification aspects, DeFi as well. I think, wow, we're all just super early. We're all just super early to the scene. It's
Well, I
pretty cool.
one of the things I think to that, I think it'll be really really hard to come up with a system to value, because value is very subjective, right?
Yes.
What like I've been in the autograph business for a long time, in the collectibles business, and so something that is worth $100 to me might be worthless to somebody else, right? And so as long as there's like a quantifiable demand for something, then yeah, it makes it easier. But demand for things also change. Collectors are fickle. You know what I mean? I've had say Lord of the Rings autograph trading cards, for example, right? So there was
Yep.
one year I was at New York Comic Con, and I had a person come up to them. This was like shortly after Lord of the Rings was thing, and they probably spent about 4 to 5 thousand on these autograph cards, right? And they
Yeah.
come up to me and they're like, and I don't even sell them. Like I sell my own autographs and that kind of stuff, right? They come up to me with a whole stack of like this whole collection of them, right? And they're like, "What would you give me for these?" And I'm like, "I don't know." And it's like, "Would you take $1,200?" I'm like, "Of course I would." It's like great, because there's an exclusive over on the corner that's being released, and I really want it. And what it is they go from one fandom to the next fandom. Like once they've collected something, like they and then they get their next item that they want to ape into, right? For example. And so with a lot of collectibles, they're only hot for a certain amount of time, right? And so some of these people, like, they go and they spend all this money, and then they go back and they want to sell it later to buy the next one, and then sometimes they'll sell those at like a loss. And so that's why it's so subjective. So I'm very interested to see how that works, in a DeFi type of sense, because then value is so subjective.
Wow. Yeah, that's an amazing point. That makes a lot of sense to me. And when you put it in those terms, it's like that applied to you in a real world scenario. So, of course, it's very similar in that sense in this type of scenario, with NFTs. But that is a very interesting point. I feel like, in doing something like that, they would be very complex and they would have to have systems where maybe an oracle, I guess, or an oracle pool, even better. You have different ways of pulling in multiple price data feeds and
Right.
you can aggregate that into
But then what
one.
happens when somebody manipulates things by, like, what you saw yesterday with Space Buds, right? You saw somebody sell one probably to themselves via another wallet for
Exactly.
$240.
I saw that. Yeah.
And again, that's probably going to be some kind of tax break type. Well, I bought it for 5,000 ADA and I sold it for 250. Here's the transaction, right?
Yeah. Well, what's crazy is some of these high value space buds. I mean, just think about it. I saw some of these space buds, you can go and see which prices that they're going to be sold for on the marketplace. And these ones that are selling for hundreds of thousands of ADA, it's just, oh, when the market starts getting manipulated on items like that, oh, geez.
Well, see, and sometimes you don't even know. Like, there's projects, there's things that where if you have a lot of ADA, especially like a lot, right? You could release a project, for example, buy out some of your own product off of the secondary market with the money that you just sold, right? And then increase the floor, create that FOMO. I mean, if you look back at a lot of the stuff that the word is, because they saw what things were going for in the secondary market, and so everybody rushed and bought up the floor, right? And then market manipulation at this stage, happens. That's why, like I said, I try not to worry about secondary market stuff. People with the past will tell you, like in the Discord, that I don't care about secondary value of stuff, right? Like when I created the Buffy bot stuff, if you go to like themuses.io or Monstrosity, there's plenty of them there because of the way I release the sets and the numbers that I put them in. They're for collectors who just want to collect, stuff, and it's not about market value and all that. I mean, sure, there's things in there to kind of help, for that kind of stuff, but I just want to make sure that people have something to buy when they come to the space.
Yep. Very true. Very true. I think a lot of people who are creating, I saw today, actually, they posted on Twitter, the Cardano kids. The Cardano kids had said something about there's been quite a bit of negative sentiment, negative comments about people who are coming into the collection and the series, and they're looking for that price appreciation. They're purchasing these cheap NFTs and they're hoping to flip it to make some ADA. And I think for a lot of these creatives, they're like you said, Marco, they're not paying attention to the floor price. I mean, it's very subjective what these NFTs are valued to begin with.
Right.
So as a creator, right, you're focusing on the artwork, you're focusing on the passion that you put into creating what you're going to create. So I think that there needs to be this kind of shift in mindset as well when it comes to looking at some of these NFTs. I mean, it's just a very
Well,
arbitrary thing to value them.
if you go
And
back and watch the Yumi interview, and you also
yeah,
watch the backwards geometry interview, right? A lot of these creators are talking about how they purposely avoid going into some discords and some places because of them turning into nonstop price pump type situations. And then and if you're not in there like trying to help pump the price or something, then they call it a rug pull, right?
right.
And it gets very, a lot of these artists who are putting in real work, it's not like they're doing clip art type stuff, right? It takes a lot out of you, and it takes a lot of that creativity out of these people. And it's you're like, hey guys, I just want to put out good stuff, and if you like it, you like it, and if you make money off of it, you make money off of it. Great, right? That means somebody who bought it got it, right? Wanted it,
Yeah.
right? And that's all you want as an artist, is somebody to own your stuff that really appreciates it, right? And I get it. I used to go to San Diego Comic-Con every year, buy all the exclusives, throw them up on eBay, and it paid for my trip every year for my hotel. for my ticket and everything. And it's great. And I think what it is right now we're in a society where jobs are still paying low, and you can make more money buying an NFT and getting lucky. Again, it's just all legalized gambling, basically.
Pretty much.
In a sense, right? People will ape into a project, hope to get those super rare ones, and then dump the ones that they get to get their money back, or at least make 5 or 10 ADA, and then jump into the next product, right? And hopefully you get that one hit that gets them 5,000-10,000 ADA, right? Because that's life-changing for a lot of people in the world. Could you imagine in some parts of the world having getting 20,000 ADA instantly because you got lucky on a 10K drop, right?
Yeah.
And so anyways, I could go on and on.
I know. It's
hours.
like I think you and I both feel some type of way about it, and I'm sure a lot of other people in the community do too. But yeah.
And again, like I said, I'm right in the middle. Like I have no problem with people. It's just my only issue is when they start to bully people who sell stuff, or bully people and they're only worried about the price action. They don't care about the actual artwork or anything itself. That's when it kind of gets negative.
I agree. Absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, let's okay, just gonna quickly do a little swerve to the chat here. I feel like we haven't been keeping up here as much. Let's talk, guys. What do you guys have going on? Are you excited about the CNFTcon today? I know I'm looking forward to a few of those panels that you talked about, Marco. The Unsig one, that's gonna be pretty cool. You said Yummies is coming up today, right?
No, Yummies was yesterday.
Yummies was yesterday. I got to catch that one pre-recorded. Jeez, there's so much content.
That one dropped. Yeah, like I said, it's we're trying to do stuff at all hours. So that's why I was up last night dropping some at like 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. so that
I saw that.
Which, for the Asian market,
Yeah. Cool. So cool says, hit me up. Cool. All right, man. Yeah, just shoot me a DM on Twitter would be great. Let's see here. We got One Trippy Planet. What's up, brother? Thanks so much for joining today. Oh, we got Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy. Congrats on the successful event.
Thank you.
Thanks
and everybody
so much for
check
joining.
out the Cardano Foundation panel tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific time. We just talk about CNFTs and the Cardano space and innovation and how it's evolved and what to look forward to. So it's a pretty fun conversation we had.
Marco, for those who are in the chat, can we do like what we did yesterday? Do you have that link for the schedule? Let me see if I can drop that in there for you guys.
It's the same link. So let me see. You go back to our chat.
Here, let's yeah, I just want to make sure that I get anybody who might be wondering when these events are, because there's so much content coming out. So if we can get you this calendar, that way you guys can at least kind of plan ahead for it. I think if we can drop that in the chat.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I can. Again, I'm not used to Zoom Live. I think that link should work. I hope that's to that and not my calendar, please. But that calendar, those who view that, make sure you put it in the agenda mode, and it'll do kind of like a stacked list of every single panel coming up in order. And those are all. It might come up UTC time, or it might come up Pacific Standard Time, depending on because my schedule is in Pacific Standard Time. So.
Oh, okay. Noted.
Yeah. So yeah, that should work. Just change it. You'll see in the top right corner it says week, month, agenda. If you switch that to agenda, it makes it a lot easier to view.
Sweet. Here we go. Right. Cool. All right, guys.
Well, thanks again. And a shout out to the 2500 Club. Woo woo.
Let's get it.
All right.
All right, everybody. Very cool. Thanks so much for watching.
Bye.